So, because it cut off, I'm gonna continue. What it really all is about, archetypally or symbolically. And here I have two cards. It's a Queen of Cups in reverse and wealth, the Ten of Pentacles. It really is about this divine union between Shiva and Shakti. And here the feminine part, the feminine, divine feminine part, it's very distorted in nowadays society. Shakti is known for extreme devotion to Shiva. She's also a powerhouse and a doer and a force. She's a caregiver. She is an example of a goddess, incarnated goddess, who went into human body and went through all the spiritual journey and awakened her kundalini, which is extremely difficult process, and it takes years. And this through faith and devotion and embracing only the divine feminine qualities in her. And as I see, nowadays in the world, especially in the places where those volcanoes are at the risk of blowing up, which is related to this, perhaps because the connection was made spontaneously to Ardra, so the Shiva archetype of Rudra. It shows this lack of balance. It shows that nowadays, I'm not talking about women in particular, I'm talking about divine feminine qualities. And also Shiva in a Rudra, this representation shows very distorted masculine energy, aggressive, destructive, toxic masculine. So we have the toxic feminine and toxic masculine. We have a feminine which perhaps just visits the beautiful places and does a bunch of photos on Instagram and just showing the richness of the body, the richness of the material world to the people, instead of showing the spiritual richness, the richness of the soul. Because there is no good energy behind it in the end. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying it's incompleted. It's just one part of human experience. It's one of millions of different types of expressions of human experience, and I think people should try to dive deeper in order to see other expressions of the soul, and in the end, hopefully people will be able to align within themselves all possible expressions of the human soul in order to achieve this oneness, achieve this kundalini awakening. One other thought I have, and I've been recently just thinking about stopping reading tarot whatsoever. It's that people who read tarot, and it's very observable, a lot of them are unfortunately in this Dunning-Kruger stages of spirituality, where they suddenly had this epiphany how everything is connected, and they directly rush into reading. I'm not saying that none of them are psychic. Of course, many of them are. It's not about it. It's that I see people are circling through their own traumas during readings and not really doing anything about it. There's no advices. There's no advices how to deal with this energy. There's only narrative like, oh, they're doing this all to you, and then like you are the victim, but you are Earth Angel Divine. Like, that's not how it really works. And even though somebody is psychic, can tap into another person's energy and see it all, like, it's not good advice to just say to people to cut off somebody, because in the end, they are another expressions of us. I'm not saying to cut off is different than to forgive somebody. Forgive and let go. It's just a different thing. And I see a lot of people, and I'm talking about the spiritual Dunning-Kruger. Well, going through Kundalini awakening usually takes 12 years. Someone said that the purest soul, somebody which doesn't have any karma, just because of how person's physical body works, it takes up to 3-4 years. But usually it takes people 12 years at least. And another thing is, well, nobody can make anybody enlightened. You have to go through this process. When you're ready, it will appear to you, and you have all sorts of tools, but you gotta do it individually. That's why I started to doubt about like my role in this all paradigm. And there is another thing that some people are advising to take hallucinogenic drugs like ayahuasca, mushrooms, all sorts of things, LSD. They are not providing people with spiritual enlightenment. They may do because they simply can't affect every layer of human existence. They won't show you anything more than your own internal struggles or problems, internal patterns, because you can't pierce through the crown chakra using psychedelics. You can't see Akashic realm. The realm of karma isn't yet available. It happens later on when you are ready and when we're spiritually aligned for it. They won't give you a keys to become a psychic, which is the next level where you can see into your own Akashic records and later to other people's Akashic records. And they will make you feel like you are together collectively, but they won't make you sustain it. And another thing is that they are actually very hard on the body, and they may strongly distort your energy flow in the body, like endocrine system and other systems, brain chemistry as well. It may work for some people, but it's not a super substitute. It's not even near to Kundalini awakening. So that's my thoughts today.